Welcome, Joanna. Thank you so much for
Hello.
joining us today on the Elixir. Joanna is the brand creator and founder of Oio Lab, fresh out of Poland. And we are so proud to be the first, one of the first Canadian suppliers or partners of the brand. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for your invitation. It's a pleasure to speak to our Canadian audience. And it's true, we're very fresh in Canada. And Amanda spotted us very early on. So thank you for that. And we're available at the spa and North Medical Spa. And yeah, it's actually one of two our partners in Canada, but it's the only one that's really focused on beauty.
Good. Well, we're so proud. We've had the line in our space for a few weeks now, and we could not be more excited about it. It is amazing. So why don't you tell us about Oyo?
Yeah, my experience in the beauty industry is quite long. I'm in the business for over 10 years. I've been distributing French pharmacy skincare here in Poland. And while I was gaining experience, I specified in my mind what the perfect brand would have inside, what it would look like, and what background would it have? Because we're very science-backed here at Oio Lab. And I shaped my thoughts and made connections, contacts, discussed. So it was kind of in my mind for a long time before it actually came into a specific form. And yeah, we started in 2019, and right now we are just actually in the beginning of the road, but we have already done a lot at the same time because we're working with medical university here in Poland on our formulas, on ingredients, on efficacy, and we are extending our team all the time. Actually, a new partner joined Oio Lab today. So the expansion growth is happening at a really, really high speed, and a lot is going on. But at the same time, I couldn't be happier to realize all the values that I wanted to see in one brand manifested in Oio Lab.
So let's talk about those values, because it is a unique approach to skincare for us. I mean, we're a medical spa, so we typically look for medical grade, and you're plant powered, but the science behind the brand is actually what attracted us to it. That and the packaging is like to die for. But surprisingly, it's one thing when you have a beautiful package and then you actually try the product and it blows your mind at the same time. So it's a perfect marriage of all pieces. But tell us about it.
Yeah, because I do believe that natural beauty, I don't think anybody has doubts about that anymore, can be really effective at the same time. And we really wanted to put numbers into the natural plant extracts. So on the one hand, we really invest a lot in green extraction methodology, and we have a few main points we need to touch upon before we actually work with a specific supplier or we work on developing a certain ingredient. So for us, an ideal ingredient is the one that has a long tradition of use by our ancestors, because we do believe there's this ancient wisdom is something that is both inspiring up and surprisingly, when you just double check everything, it turns out that the things that our grandmothers use have scientific background when you dig into that. So this is the one thing. On the other hand is that it has to be greenly extracted. What we mean by that is that we want to achieve very clean, active ingredients, but using the less natural ingredients as possible, because we want to just lessen the amount of raw natural resources we're using. So a good example of that is biotechnologically obtained moss tissue culture extract in Forest Retreat, our emulsion. I know this is the one you love.
It's honestly the best. It's the best calming serum, hands down. I can't even talk about other. This is so good. It's so good. I'll let you continue.
And here, Yeah. And here you have an amazing, well, here you have more, you have 14 ingredients, but the one I wanted to talk about is this sustainably obtained moss tissue culture extract, because everything is done in a lab. So the moss is biotechnologically obtained and extracted. So we are basically not using any of the nature's natural resources. And at the same time, we have a natural extract, and it's really active and effective. So, and it's organic. So it's really difficult to make those four values: tradition, efficacy, green science, and organic, or like certified organic, come into one place. And we're not really fanatic about it. So not all the ingredients are this way, but many of them are, because sometimes it's just impossible, because the criteria and standards also are so high that we set. But in this one, we have managed to accomplish it with most our ingredients. So this is the way we think about it. And we are also using very science-backed forms of active ingredients. Like everybody knows vitamin C serums, but in reality, the form of vitamin C is crucial. There is this basic and cheap L-ascorbic acid that's very widely used in beauty industry, and it's a very unstable ingredient. It's getting easily damaged by environmental stressors like light and temperature. And we have invested in a very stable vitamin C derivative in our vitamin C serum. And what's different about this type of vitamin C derivative is that we can guarantee that it doesn't oxidize and change its brightening properties for the whole expiry date of the product. And this is also soluble in fat. That's why it's an oil version, and it has its function as well, because it allows the vitamin C to penetrate deeper into the skin. So,
being where I am in this business, you try literally everything. And I'm a really tough sell. I don't, have 6 or 7 things in my drawer I use religiously. I occasionally test new things, but the vitamin C, the beautiful thing about it is that you're feeling nourished while you're treating, which is really uncommon for most vitamin C's. Usually you need like a lot of moisture after, or an additional hyaluronic serum. And I also love that your serums are layerable. Like you can put on the C and then put the Aquasphere on top, and then everything's great.
Yes, that's true. The products are you can layer them really easily. But we always advocate to start with a gel-based consistency serum, like the Aquasphere, which is our bestseller. It's the Hydrating Gel Serum. And this one shows really nice how we put numbers into natural ingredients, because we have proven with Aquasphere that it helps to increase skin hydration level by 50% after just a week of using it. And it's all through natural ingredients. So it's been tested by both medical university, by external laboratories, by our internal lab, and it has been triple confirmed, the results. So yeah.
That's great.
So that's the mission we have.
Beautiful. Tell us a bit about the glass, because I know the glass that you have it in is really unique and important to the product and the integrity of the product.
Yes, the glass is a special violet glass, and it has a specific function to preserve the natural ingredients, because this violet glass, it doesn't allow the light to go through. Almost all visible spectrum of light is not able to penetrate this bottle. And this is why it helps to preserve the ingredients so beautifully. And we do a lot of tests with this specific type of glass. And what's beautiful about it is that even when you put this one on just by the sun and a regular glass, you can see how the same formula changes when it's in a normal glass and when it's in violet glass. So the main function of this one is to preserve the product and it's usually used in food industry to preserve food. But more research is being conducted with this violet glass, and it actually turns out it also has a very good influence on products that have water in the ingredients lists, because it helps to structurize the water and also makes them last longer. And we also love the design of it. It looks black, but it's violet. You can just see when you look through the window, you can see it's violet, but it just looks black.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, it's just like so classy the whole way through. It just looks amazing. So tell us about, I mean, you've won awards that you didn't even know you won, or acclamations, I guess, in magazines, major publications. Why don't you tell us a bit about those?
You mean the press? In the press, yeah, we are very active in the press, especially here in Poland. And recently we've been in Polish Vogue magazine, and we've been named Clean Beauty Redefined. So that's the motto we've been given by editors of Polish Vogue. So
that's amazing. I would have to agree.
Thank you. And in the US, we also have some success. We've been named the best serums of 2021 by the US Vogue. And what's funny about it is that I didn't realize it before I actually Googled, I Googled just an article that was supposed to be in Polish Vogue. And when I Googled it, I saw that the US one, just by accident, we were on the list of the best serums 2021, which was amazing. So
so exciting.
Yeah, especially because it's not our domestic market. So I don't even know how it turned out that we got in hands of the US beauty editors. So yeah, that was a funny story.
Yeah, I can always tell when something's just about to just go. And I think this, it's just the tip of the iceberg is happening for you. It's really exciting.
Thank you. Thank you for believing in us, because, we're in the beginning of the journey and our plans are so big, both when it comes to what we want to do to the products and to continue the science journey. But it's really amazing to just be around people who see that this has sense and it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it does. And I think, for us at North Medical, we always, we don't bring in anything that's not great. We just don't. It's not for hype of sales or for brand awareness. It really has to be functional. And I think you're filling a gap for us in our offering, in offering something unique. Actually, one of the products I'd love to talk about is the E-Serum, because I think, especially in today's age of Zoom.
Yes.
And being on our computers all day, it's a beautiful product. Why don't you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, and this serum also shows that we're not really fanatic about anything, because of course we have our values and we stick to our values. But in this one, we have a copper peptide as well that is not natural, but it has amazing properties on skin regeneration. And here we have paired natural ingredients that help to protect the skin from blue light, and it's actually we have fermented bacteria inside that have been researched to protect the skin from different types of radiation, not only blue light that is exposed from electricity, electronic devices, but also from other radiation, including UV radiation. Of course, we do not recommend to put it on the skin and go into the sun, because it helps to protect on a cellular level. And it's also great if you're spending the whole day in front of the computer. Even though the blue light, we do not have a full spectrum, the full picture of how does blue light impact us. But we know it is not good not only for our skin, but also for our eyes. There are a lot of blue light, gadgets, glasses that help to protect your eyes, and also your thyroid glands. So those are the first research that is alarming. We do not have the full picture yet, but we have decided to go with a very broad approach with this product. So it not only helps to protect from different types of radiation, including blue light, but also with copper peptides, it helps to regenerate the skin. So it does, it has the protective, reversing, and regenerating functions.
Amazing. Wow. Yeah, I love it. I love everything.
And it's, it's blue light. It's blue. It's bluish. The gel is bluish. So you don't be surprised when you put the gel on your hand or face. Yeah. It has this kind of hint of blue inside, and it really absorbs really quickly, and it's a perfect first step of any skincare routine because you can layer your products so easily on top of those gel products because they're like soak into your face in a minute, but they also do a lot. So don't just sometimes people have this feeling that it absorbs so quickly and it just disappears, but it is supposed to work on deeper layers of the skin. The same as our Aquasphere, the gel serum. It has 5 different types of hyaluronic acids because every molecule goes into different layer of the skin. And at least you can layer it so easily.
Great. Well, I think, the reason why we wanted you to come on to the Elixir is because we're looking at a cure for common ideas about self-care. And I think if we look at common ideas about clean beauty and natural beauty, I think you're breaking that mold in offering something that is super scientific and super backed in facts and numbers and data. And for us, that's where the truth lives, right? That's where it starts. And then, using the product and experiencing it, it is backed. In truth, it works.
Thank you. And I just, those are really important to us, science and nature elements. But I really wanted to add with the forest retreat, the emulsion, the calming emulsion, where it also has, because we also want to show that we care about natural environment. So with every product purchase, you help to plant 1 square meter of biodiverse forest. So this is like an additional thing on top of, the science and nature element inside the bottle and the ingredients. And is that we paired with a local charity that helps to plant biodiverse forest. And what I loved about them is that they're crazy about biodiversity. And before you actually work with them, you need to understand what biodiversity is. And they take you through a dendrology course and they tell you how they plant the forest so that the possibility of recreating the most naturally abundant natural environment is going to happen for future generations.
That's amazing. I love that. So, what's next for Oio?
We are preparing a few new products to launch this year. So stay tuned. You will definitely be the first one to know. And I can just give you a small hint that the first one is going to be with us in the beginning of June. So very, very soon.
Good.
So just for summer. And so, yeah, we are investing a lot with in a few sectors. We invest in new ingredients. We invest in new packaging. We invest in different efficacy measurements, and we do a lot of research. Like research is our day-to-day basis because we have a lot of ingredients in our products and we test a lot of them. And we test how they all synergistically come together because there are so many beautiful ingredients out there. And both the one we're working on, some of them we invest in different types of technology or just purchase from a lab that has a specific technology. But I think it's really, really important to keep investing and researching into the things you believe in.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being a part of our show today. I'm so grateful for your time and for your product and for actually partnering with us. We're so honored to be one of the first in Canada, and we will continue to make you proud, I'm sure.
Thank you so much. And I will keep you updated about our new plans, about our new research. So stay tuned, because a lot will be going on at Oio Lab. And if you have any comments or any solutions that you think we should implement, we're very open to that. We're very open to hear what the other side has to say.
Great. Thanks, Joanna. Well, we'll share. So far, the reviews are golden. Get to know us more by visiting northmedicalspa.com. Thanks for listening to The Elixir. We hope you feel great today.